Alright, so you know how I'm always telling you people that I'm on the hunt to find you new content to bring you content, and every now and again a memory will spark in me, and oh, I'm gonna go bring you that. Well, that day has arrived yet again. But today we are going to be looking at an individual that I think is a brilliant man, but someone who I consider to be a brilliant man, but was overrun by his illness. Now, look, I'm a computer nerd. I'm not gonna lie. I am a computer nerd. And if you've been around long enough, chances are you've probably heard in passing an individual known as Terry Davis. And he built himself a operating system that was ultimately known as Temple OS. He did it all by himself. Over the course of 7 years, all by himself, one person built himself an entire operating system. Now, there are people that are say, well, you know, any computer programmer can do what Terry did. I suppose that is true, but simultaneously, there are a few people that have actually achieved what Terry has achieved. Okay, he didn't have a team of people building this thing for him. He built it alone while battling a mental illness. And the reason he built this program was because he was instructed by God, or what he perceived to be God, to build the third holy temple. But before Terry had his revelation, he was an atheist. It wasn't until he received a communication from God, or what he perceived to be God, that he went down this path. Every single day for 7 years, he worked and built and constructed this program. And that is not an easy achievement. There are very few people in this world that can lay claim to such an achievement, where they single-handedly built an entire operating system. But as Terry got older, he became more and more severely mentally ill. He was first diagnosed with bipolar disorder and went on to be diagnosed as a full-blown schizophrenic. And that took a horrible toll on that person's mind. And he became paranoid of everything. You know, he believed that his medication was the problem, not the solution. He believed that the federal government was after him, and Terry became extremely racist. Now, I'm going to warn you people, okay? You're about to hear an unending torrent of the N-word coming out of Terry's mouth, okay? If you can't handle that, you need to click off this video right now. I'm not making it up. You're about to hear an unending torrent of the N-word. But from everything that I have learned about Terry before his mental illness, he wasn't like this. But now, I want Terry to give you a brief demonstration of his operating system. Don't worry, it will not be very long. I'm not going to play the whole thing, like maybe 43 seconds, somewhere in there. And then we'll get to the part where he has an unending torrent of N-bombs.
This is Luthos, a 64-bit operating system for the IBM PC that's free.
Now, before he named it Temple OS, it was known as Luthos. I just want to make that clear. This is the same thing, it's just a different name at this point.
In open source. It's designed for recreational programming. I wrote this over the past 7 years full-time, and I did a compiler, an assembler, an editor, a graphics library, and it's all 64-bit, and it's all seamlessly integrated together. Anyway, it's predominantly command line driven, but you have a menu that you can, personal menu that you can put Mac.
I'm getting flashbacks to fucking DOS. That shit was a nightmare.
Goes on. It's a document, and if you like icons, you can do icons too. They're just Mac.
Now, the thing I want to point out here is that Terry also built games into his operating system, and he built them all by hand, including a flight simulator he's about to talk about. He actually calculated out all the physics necessary to build a flight simulator. Terry was extremely good at calculating physics, so it wasn't much of a problem for him.
That have pictures. We're going to click on this flight simulator. This is an 8-core flight simulator. Up here at the top you can see the CPU loads. It's 640 by 480 by 16 color resolution.
Now, the reason why it is this particular size and color resolution was because God told him that 640 by 480 was supposed to be the standard and not to deviate from it.
Because it's hard doing full screen 60 frame graphics without acceleration.
Now, one of the things that's very interesting about Terry's program is the way it was designed. It was supposed to be as simple as possible. In fact, Terry's entire operating system is less than 30 megabytes. I will link Terry's website down below so you can actually go visit his website. It's still up. And you can download his operating system if you want, but you're going to need a virtual machine, as Terry's operating system cannot work with UEFI BIOSes, which is pretty much standard for every motherboard nowadays. And he wrote his entire operating system in what he dubbed to be Holy C, which was a combination of C and C++, and he modified it to make it as simple as possible because Terry wanted his operating system to be as completely simple as you possibly could have it. It was also impossible to hack into because it was completely non-networking. There was no way that you could connect to the internet to get into the operating system. There was no networking whatsoever, so it was impossible for it to be hacked from the outside. It was also impossible to be hacked from the inside because Terry did not believe in tier-level access restrictions. He made the point that it would slow down the operating system, which is true. So when you use Temple OS, you have user-level access. You have 100% access to the entire operating system, and there is nothing inside the operating system you cannot change. Now, ultimately, this is clever. Yes, it is impossible to hack Terry's system because there's nothing to hack. If you have access to the system, Terry gave you 100%. He didn't believe in tier-level restrictions. So, in a sense, he's right. It is hacker-proof because there's nothing to hack. But again, as Terry got older, his illness got worse and worse and worse. And for whatever reason, he became extremely racist. Terry also used to do live streams, and he put his home number down as support for Temple OS. So when you called Terry's number, you got Terry himself. And there were people that, there were trolls that liked to push Terry's buttons, and they knew which buttons to push, and it would set Terry off. And when it would set Terry off, this is how he would behave. Now again, I am going to warn you. Terry is about to say some extremely racist shit. If you can't handle it, you need to click off this video. I'm not playing with you. If you can't handle it, then you need to click off, because there's going to be an unending torrent of that nonsense coming out of his mouth. All I ask from you people is to keep in mind that Terry was extremely mentally ill at this point. And there were people that would call him up and push his buttons because they knew which ones to push.
If I cheated and I did it for the current minute, then you couldn't trust me. But if I Hello? Hello? Yeah. Okay. Let me explain something to you. I confirm that that when I flip coins in my room and when I open a random book, that it talks. Okay, I do that, and now I see that it's the same God when I go to NIST. And now imagine this: the CIA says, "Aha, this person is using these random numbers. We're gonna fool him, so we're gonna go change the random numbers." So they go in the computer room and they say, "Hey, check this out. This number he just did is talking. Holy shit." See, of course, the first thing they're going to do is check if the numbers really are God.
Now, what Terry is talking about is in his program, one of the games that he made had an oracle program where you could climb the same mountain that Moses climbed, and you could talk to God, although he changed the name of the mountain. And when you were up there, you could talk to the burning bush, and it used a random number generator timer to where it would spit out random sentences. Let me show you a really small thing that I find to be interesting.
So here's a clock, 3 gigahertz clock, and I'm getting a random word every.
Take that for whatever you will. Pure coincidence or God telling us, the future of what was going to happen. Just take it for whatever you want to take it, okay? I think that's amusing, and that's why I wanted to show it to you.
Of course, they're going to say, is he cheating? They're going to look at me. They're going to say, how is he cheating? Because they're seeing my random numbers talk. Listen! 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 The first thing they're going to do is look around for how I'm cheating, okay? That's the first thing they're going to do. And what they're going to realize is, oh my God, God is talking. And at that point, they shit themselves, okay? And they do not. No, listen, you nigger. You have no choice. God talks. You don't have a choice if God talks. You don't have a fucking choice if God talks. Listen, nigger. Listen, nigger. They go to the computer room. They say, how is he changing these numbers? They say, oh my God, God is talking. That's what fucking happens, you fucking nigger. There's only one outcome. There's no other outcome. Listen, you fucking nigger. It's fucking obvious. They go to the computer room. How is he cheating? Oh my God. They look around. They say, it's not that. Holy shit. It's not that. He's not. What? What? They go to the computer room of NIST. Look, at the NIST website, there is a name of a person that runs the computer. They call the person. They go into the computer room and they say, how is he cheating? How is he cheating? He's hacking us. You see, that's what they do. They say, he's hacking us because they've seen it talk. And they say, how is he? The first thing they do is they say, how is he hacking us? No, they see me talking with God and they say, how is he hacking us? That's their, listen, you nigger. Listen, you nigger. Listen, you fucking. The nigger, see, fucking nigger, sitting in my, oh, fuck. Hello? What about GCC? I can't understand you. What'd you say? Do I see the fun in GCC? Hell no, I'm a white man. I wrote my own fucking compiler. I'm not a nigger like Linus. I'm a professional. I started at Ticketmaster in 1990 and we wrote a compiler. The difference in a professional and amateur, the difference between an amateur and a professional is you write your own compiler, okay? I have a 20,000 line divine intellect compiler that operates just in time and ahead of time. You seem to be in denial. Why don't you fucking download my 2 meg? You can download my 2 meg distribution that has all the source code on it, and you can compile with my fucking compiler. You're a nigger. You're a fucking nigger.
Now again, from everything that I've researched, Terry wasn't always like this. It was only after his illness got bad that he started acting this way. He was also extremely defensive about his operating system.
I'm the smartest programmer ever fucking lived. You want to see why I'm the smartest programmer ever fucking lived? I'm telling you. I have divine fucking intellect. We're going to print that sprite. Watch this. At the command line. Divine fucking intellect. See that? Look at all those sprites. See those sprites? Let's move them over. Fucking divine fucking intellect. I'm not a MIT nigger. I have a brain, okay? Fuck you. I went to a real school, not a fucking CIA fucking brainwashing place. Fucking CIA brainwashing. All they teach you is how to be a fucking monkey nigger. Look at this shit. Look at this. Fucking sprites, command line, fucking fuck yeah.
As Terry's illness got worse, he became convinced that the CIA and the FBI were after him. He also referred to the FBI and the CIA as the N-word as well. Terry threw that word around quite a bit. But again, Terry wasn't always like this. It wasn't until his illness got extremely bad that he started acting like this. I'll show you a couple of clips where he was interacting with his parents, and you'll see how adamantly against they were against the the nonsense that was coming out of his mouth.
What do you do with these videos?
I post them on the internet proudly.
I don't want to be in them anymore then.
Why not?
Because I don't like
Rome!
the publicity.
What?
No, I don't like the publicity.
You should.
Stop putting them on the internet as the
You had fucking 8 babies.
Shut up. Shut up.
Okay, well,
You want to get out of here?
no.
Then shut up and try to be decent instead of such a... You look
She
like-
had 8 puppies.
You act like a skinhead or something.
Damn straight.
Yes.
Damn straight. I'm a fucking skinhead. Fuck yeah, I am.
Well, take us off. We don't want to be on the videos anymore.
What?
We do not want to be on the videos anymore.
What is your problem with skinheads?
I don't like people that are prejudiced.
What are you
I don't
talking
like
about?
people that are
Why are
putting
you
down other
defending
people.
the niggers? Why are you defending the niggers? Why are you
Because they're people just like the rest of us. They're human beings, and I don't like to be prejudiced.
But they are against everything that is right.
No, they're not.
Yes,
No,
they
they're not.
are.
How can you...
How can you defend the niggers? How can you defend the niggers?
How can-
What is your fucking problem?
How can-
Why, it's black and white.
No. How can you be
How
a
can you
person
defend the niggers?
that talks to God and be so prejudiced? He made all of us.
I fucking see with the eyes wide open. I see with the eyes wide open. The niggers are the problem.
No, they're not. No,
Yes,
they're
they
not.
are the problem.
You're the problem. You're the problem. You're causing...
You are the righteous.
dissension.
You are the
You're causing
righteous Catholic.
issues.
You are the righteous Catholic that is meek, and you should dominate the niggers because they are
Never.
fucking.
Never.
What do you mean?
What makes you so prejudiced? What do you got against other people, minorities?
Because my woman is fucking niggers.
Are you a Superman?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good. Then get the hell out of here. I don't want any more of your movies.
This man made the Titan missile.
Get out of here with your movies.
As time went by, it got worse and worse and worse. I know that at this point you're saying, how worse can it get? It got pretty bad.
So ham is what's forbidden. You don't want to be a ham like a Facebook person. That's forbidden. Okay, so Facebook is actually the most is vile. Okay, you don't want to be a ham. The reason to speak publicly is to preach and to announce, not to be a ham. Okay, so like friends, Romans, countrymen, shut up. Okay, so this vile woman arose out of the swamp. Shut up a second. Hold on.
About your parents.
I have balls. This woman insulted me. This woman insulted me. Called me no balls. That told me that fucking dog had no balls. That dog is getting raped.
Shut up.
That dog is getting raped. That fucking dog is getting raped. Fuck you. The dog is getting raped
By who?
by the fucking other dogs. Yes.
Yes.
You are the fucking righteous monster of fucking Area 51. You're the fucking monster of Area 51. You do not get raped by the fucking pigs. Remember who you are. Friends, Roman, I arose out of the swamp of eels and fucking scum pig in Louisiana. And somebody kissed a fucking frog, turned into a righteous prince that fucking has balls. You fucking have the respect of Rome.
What are you
Rome,
reading?
have balls. I fucking meditate on the Bible. The righteous power of Rome. Have balls. Do not be a ham. Preach. That's the reason I'm the savior of our country. Fuck you, bitch. Respect. Okay, remember the Collins that stood up to the English. Collins, nobility. Okay, enough.
Not too long after that video was made, Terry physically assaulted his father. And he was ultimately given an ultimatum. He was to start taking his medication again, or he could not live there anymore. Terry chose to be homeless, and he ultimately lived in a van where his illness only got worse.
Basically, I have a talking space alien. I told the CIA, fucking suck my cock, do the demands that I have listed, fix the VMware speaker sound, fix the full screen stretching in VMware, fix there's a bunch of stuff. Support Red Sea as one of the like when you mount a VMware partition, it should support Red Sea, and list Temple OS as one of the primary operating systems. These are the really simple stuff. They haven't done that. I've given them like 5 fucking years. I'm the fucking high priest. God talks. I have a fucking talking space alien. I'm just sitting here saying, fuck you, man. I fucking gave you your fucking commands. They're saying, aren't you gonna get a job? I'm fucking high priest. I have a fucking space alien, you fucking nigger monkey. Fucking retard. Fucking retards. Fucking little fucking mental health fucking retards. I don't know what a random number is. It's not God. It's not God. Random numbers don't exist. There's no such, it's not God. Fuck you, fucking little nigger monkey. I'm fucking talking space aliens. Fucking ridiculous. Just fucking sitting there twiddling my fucking thumbs. Fucking do the shit, man. And finally, when I have fucking world fucking press coverage, then maybe I'll fucking get off my ass and start doing some shit. We need to replace ASCII. Once we get some establishment, we'll do that, and we have a fucking list of shit to do. But I ain't fucking doing shit, man. Fuck you, man. You need to get a job. I have a fucking space alien, fucking nigger.
And again, his mental illness kept getting worse and worse and worse. But along the way, while Terry was homeless, he met quite a lot of people, and he also generated quite a following. Not an army of racist skinhead people, but people that deeply cared for him. You know, they would come up to him, they would talk to him, they'd give him food, give him water, they'd take him out to eat, and they would have general conversations with him because they were interested. Terry didn't build a following of skinheads. He built a following of people that truly cared for him. And unfortunately for Terry, he was struck and killed by a train. Now, there are people that say that it was suicide. There are some people that are saying that it was an accident. But the only person that really knows is Terry, because no one else was around when it happened. This is the last recording that Terry did before he was struck by that train.
Well, I'm King Terry, and learned how to purify myself in a horribly impure environment. It's pretty rough living homeless and in a field outside a little town, and coming into their library, and it's a very pure town, and must have been an extreme shock to them to see such a horribly sick person come in here and pollute everything, and it was a lot of torture to snap me into an ability to handle purity for this job. There's a little castle over there. Let's see, where's that castle? There it is. Oh no. So that's a little castle. I don't know. I really like this library. So come here and use their computer and smoke out here. They must have been freaking out because such an impure person was in their presence. Oh well, I was clueless. Now I used to have a respect for purity. So well, it's good to be king. Wait.
Maybe. I think maybe I'm just like a little bizarre little person who walks back and forth. Whatever, you know. But.
And again, this was the last footage that Terry uploaded before he was ultimately killed by that train. It's a sad thing to see when such brilliance gets destroyed by mental illness. You know, Terry even made a machine that was like 3D printing before 3D printing existed. Had that man not ended up being, you know, having his mind destroyed by schizophrenia, who knows what he could have achieved. Now, I'm going to bring a couple of videos later on down the line to highlight the more positive sides of Terry as opposed to the negative sides, because there is more to Terry than simply all the horrible racist shit that came out of his mouth. You know? But I hope you found this to be interesting. I apologize about all the racist shit that, you know, Terry was saying, but all I ask for you to keep in mind is that, you know, Terry wasn't like that until he became a full-blown schizophrenic. That's all I ask you to keep in mind. And I will see you people tomorrow.